So good morning dear students. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topic, that is the free radicals. Free radicals are actually the chemical species carrying odd or unpaired electrons. Free radicals actually they are generated in the reaction. The free radicals carrying the odd electrons are as follows. For example, there is a chlorine radical carrying only single electron here. There is a methyl radical, is a ethyl radical, and this is a phenyl radical, and this is a benzyl radical. Clear? Radicals जो होते हैं actually these are very short lived intermediates formed during the chemical reaction. They are very short lived. Their half life is very short, and as a result of which they are highly reactive chemical species because they have tendency to complete their octet. When we see the Lewis structure of this chlorine or radical or methyl radical, we will see that it is having the tendency of to complete their octet, as a result of which it gets in the reaction mixture, it reacts very fast to form the product, so it cannot be isolated in the reaction mixture. How these free radicals are generated? These free radicals are actually generated by the homolytic cleavage of the bond, homolytic cleavage of the covalent bond. You will see here the chlorine molecule, and in presence of light or in presence of heat, it undergoes homolytic cleavage. Each chlorine gets one of the electrons. So here it is a each chlorine gets one of the electron, as a result of which there is a formation of free radicals. Clear? Similarly, you will see here, take the example of this molecule, ester, diethyl ester. Here it will fire in during the reaction there occur the homolytic cleavage of this bond, and each oxygen gets a single electron, and this is called as a free radical, which is formed during the chemical reaction. Similarly, if the free radical, actually this free radical, when we see different in free radical reactions, it will occur in different stages. Clear? So actually when we see that free radicals may also be generated when this free radical will attack this hydrogen atom, as a result of which there occur this free radical. Due to this free radical, there occur the homolytic cleavage of this bond, as a result of which you will see that this hydrogen will combine with one odd electron. This hydrogen comes up with one odd electron, and chlorine is having one odd electron, and results in the formation of a molecule is called as hydrochloric acid. Clear? So and here you will see that in that carbon atom you will see the formation of there is a single electron present in it. As a result of free radical, methyl radical is generated here. So what is the orbital structure of free radical? Actually the carbon atom in the free radical is sp2 hybridized, and out of these sp2 hybrid orbitals are involved in three hybrid orbitals. Hybrid orbitals are involved in the formation of 3 sigma bonds. Clear? The odd electron is present in the unhybridized orbital, which is perpendicular to the hybrid orbital. You will see here that these are the hybrid orbitals which form the 3 sigma bonds. Clear? And this unhybridized orbital, which contains this odd electron, which is perpendicular to that of this hybrid orbitals, which form the sigma bond. And this unhybridized orbital contain odd electron in it. Clear? Which is perpendicular to this hybridized orbitals. It is having the sp2 carbon, it is sp2 hybridized. Clear? Second, so whether we are going to classify the free radicals. The free radicals may be classified as, for example, you will see if the methane in this methyl group contain this unpaired electron, is called as a methyl free radical, and this is called as ethyl free radical. But it is the primary free radical, and you will see here that if there are two methyl groups attached to this carbon containing odd electron, it is called as a secondary free radical. Clear? So there are two OR groups. Similarly, you will see here that in case of this carbon atom, there are three OR groups attached to this carbon atom which contain odd electron, and this is called as a tertiary free radical. Okay? So accordingly, you will see there are different types of free radical: primary, secondary, and tertiary free radicals are formed. Primary, in case of primary free radical, there is only one OR group. In case of secondary secondary free radical, there are two alkyl groups, and in case of tertiary carbocation, there are three alkyl groups present in this radical. Clearly, now we will see what is the order of the stability. So order of the stability in case of free radicals is, you know that the carbon, for example, here is a methyl radical, it containing odd electron in it. ठीक, clear? Here you will see that there are how many electrons are present in this orbital, in this Lewis structure. You will count that. If you see that there are two hydrogens here, two hydrogens here, two hydrogens here. So overall there are 7 electrons in it. So it is having lack of one electron to complete its octet. That's why it is having high reactivity. But how can you stabilize this free radical having the negative charge on it? How can you stabilize it? Because it is an electron deficient species. एज यू नो डैट इट लैक्स वन इलेक्ट्रॉन, इसको एक इलेक्ट्रॉन की ज़रूरत होती है, जिसकी वजह से इसमें थोड़ा इलेक्ट्रॉन डिफिशिएंसी आ जाते हैं इन ऑर्डर टू कंप्लीट द ऑक्टेट. सो हाउ इट कैन बी स्टेबलाइज्ड, दो इट कैन बी स्टेबलाइज्ड बाय दिस ग्रुप. If we change these hydrogens, we substitute these hydrogens with the alkyl groups. Clear? When the alkyl groups, you know that alkyl groups is having the plus I effect, plus I inductive effect, as a result of which they will tend to increase the electron density at this carbon. As a result, more the number of alkyl groups will be attached to this carbon, more will be the stability of this carbon free radical. Clearly? So let us see here order of the stability. You will see that tertiary carbocation will be more stable. After that is a secondary, further it is a primary alcohol, primary carbocation. You will see that if this is a carbocation and this is a tertiary carbocation here, tertiary carbocation, it is having 3 alkyl groups, due to which you know that our alkyl group shows plus I effect, that they are these groups actually donate the electrons towards the other atom. This alkyl group here, it will tend to increase the electron density at this carbon atom. So there are 3 alkyl groups, so they will tend to stabilize this carbon free radical, because more electron density will be displaced toward this carbon, as a result of which this carbon being electron deficient, it needs some electron density. As a result, it gets some stabilized by these or alkyl group due to plus I inductive effect. We have discussed plus I inductive effect in detail in your early topic. Is clear? So here you will see that if in case of tertiary free radical, you will see there are 3 OR groups attached to this free radical carbon, and in case of secondary free radical, you will see there are only 2 alkyl groups attached to this carbon atom. One is hydrogen. Clear? So 2 hydrogens are replaced by these OR groups, alkyl groups. They show plus I effect. They will increase the electron density at this carbon atom, which stabilizes this carbon free radical. Clear? And in case of primary, there are only one alkyl group present at this carbon free radical. Clear? So as a result, it is having only plus one I effect, only one group. So it will have less. It will be less stable as compared to that of the secondary, which is less stable as compared to that of the tertiary. Hope you understand. So just we have seen the stability of the in case of carbon free radicals, but what will we see? Reactivity, order of reactivity will be reverse of that. We know that more the stable, less will be the reactivity. जितनी स्टेबिलिटी ज़्यादा होगी उतनी उसमें रिएक्टिविटी कम होगी. तो you will see the order of reactivity will be tertiary carbocation is more stable, and as a result of which it will be less reactive, but secondary carbocation is less stable as compared to tertiary carbocation, but secondary carbocation will have more stable, more reactivity, and primary carbocation is least stable, so it will have high reactivity. So order of the reactivity is reverse to that of the above. So order of the reactivity, will see primary will be more reactive, after that secondary, after that tertiary. So it is because of these alkyl groups, or we may say due to that this alkyl groups there, they may show the hyperconjugation effect also. So plus hyperconjugation actually mostly role mostly the hyperconjugation plays important role in stabilize this tertiary carbon cation. For example, he will see that if there are, in case of tertiary carbocation, you will see here how the hyperconjugation stabilizes this carbon atom. You know that this is alpha carbon and these are called as alpha hydrogens. So how many alpha hydrogens are there? There are 3, 6, 9. There are 9 alpha hydrogen atoms, as a result of which there will be 9 hyper conjugated structures will be to this compound. So you will see that due to these 9 alpha hydrogen atoms, they undergo under hyperconjugation no bond resonance. We have already discussed about this in detail. So by this no bond resonance, this will stabilize this carbocation, which is having the carbon free radical, which is carrying only one single odd electron. So this is because of this hyperconjugation, this carbocation is gets more stabilized by the hyperconjugation. We will see in later on. So order of the reactivity will be primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary is more less stable but more reactive. After that will be secondary. After that is a tertiary. It is due to the hyperconjugation effect also. So let us see how the hyperconjugation affects the stability of the carbon free radical. So here you will see that carbon free radical is a tertiary carbon free radical. It is carrying how many number of alpha hydrogens? So there are 3 plus 6 plus 3 is equal 9. So there are 9 alpha hydrogens. So there are 6 alpha hydrogens, and there are also 3 alpha hydrogens. But here you will see that in case of there are not also only 3, but yes, there are 3 alpha hydrogens, but there is no any of the alpha hydrogen. Clear? So it is because of the alpha hydrogens. More number of the alpha hydrogens you will see, the more will be the stability of the carbon free radical. Less will be the number of alpha hydrogens present in it, so less will be the stability, and more will be the reactivity of that of that chemical species. So here we will see that we have seen that greater the number of alpha hydrogens, greater is the number of hyperconjugation structures, and hence more will be the stability. Here we have taken the example of this is a tertiary carbon free radical. So you may see that by means of this hyperconjugation no bond resonance, which comes under comes under resonance with this free radical, you will see different resonating structures or different hyperconjugated structures are formed here. Clear? So this is actually called no bond resonance, because during the hyperconjugation the carbon and hydrogen atom does not contain any bond. As a result, you must know that, but here what will happen here, that the free radical, the electrons present at this carbon atom, odd electrons will come under will come under hyperconjugation, as a result of which this carbon atom gets some stability, due to which, as a result, as your carbon atom is electron deficient, it is due to this no bond hyper conjugative structures, that these carbon atom get some electron density at this carbon atom. As a result, it gets stabilized. So more will be a number of alpha hydrogens present, the more will be the stability of this carbon free radical. So tertiary will be more stable. After that will be secondary carbon free radical. After that will be the tertiary primary carbon free radical. So we have seen that tertiary is more stable. After that is a secondary. After that is a primary, and this is a least stable. It does not contain any of the alpha hydrogens. Okay. So let's see. Similarly, yes, so this is how the hyperconjugation affects the stability of the carbon free radical. So more will be the stability, less will be the reactivity, less will be the stability, more will be the reactivity. So if you see, if in the comment tell me which among them is a more reactive and which is less reactive among these. In the comment box you must tell me which is among this more reactive and which is less reactive. Clear? Similarly, on the base of hybridization, you must have seen that hybridization also affects the stability of the carbocation, and we know that in hybridization of this carbon free radical is sp2. It is sp2 hybridization. So actually, on the base of the hybridization of this free radical, the stability order of the stability will be that it will also reflect the stability will be the more tertiary will be more stable to that of the secondary, which will be more stable to that of the primary free radical. Clear? So both, because it is hybridization indicates the S character present in the chemical species, which we have already discussed in previous topics. So hope you understand. Have a nice day. Best of luck.